y'all. You're tuning into the Warrior Way podcast. I'm your host, Kathleen.
Hey y'all, so I'm back with another podcast thanks to my 10-year-old cousin Kathleen for encouraging me to, just start recording again. I thought it'd be funny if we do a segment called Ask a 10-year-old, just for like advice and stuff. And I wanted y'all to get a little taste of what Kathleen's advice giving style is like. So I'm just gonna ask her for advice about a certain upcoming thing that makes me feel anxious, and this is not preemptive, or this is just off the top of the dome for her. So we didn't talk about things that she could say, like advice beforehand. And so here we go. Okay, Kathleen, so here's the situation. Later, Itzamar and I are going to an open mic, and I feel like anxious and nervous about performing. Do you have any advice for me?
I think you're doing is like super good, because a lot of people can't just put themselves out there and be like super inactive with people and like stepping out into your new type of thing that you never done before, or something you have never like tried before in your life, and like just like be in front of that crowd feeling what you feel is super life-changing for you and all the people that have ever tried that. Becoming what you feel and not just like feeling scared is one of the main reasons why people do it, and not being scared is one of the main reasons why people practice in front of crowds or people, is to just like feel good and not think of what they're saying and like their voice or something. Like, it's super good if you like podcast, because you're seriously telling it to like a lot of people, and you are the person that thinks why you're doing that, and it's not just you. It's not that you're thinking about it, it's your demons controlling you and saying what you want to say and not letting you speak out and say what you feel actually inside your own mind.
Thanks for the advice, Kathleen. Yeah, I think you brought up a great point. We've been watching Queer Eye lately, and in season 3, they talked a lot about moments where the person who is being transformed and getting the makeover, that all these like negative things that they were telling themselves in their heads, it was all them, right? And like nobody is saying these things about them because everyone thinks such wonderful things about them. It's just that internal critic that is kind of like discouraging them.
The reason why people have to stay inside and not go outside, because of the word society. People always thought it was normal or something, and always pushed themselves to think that they weren't good enough. But you are good enough, because you are just the perfect person in the own way that you can do what you want. Because don't let society tell you what to do, and don't let it control you inside your head or make you act like how you act. I think society controls you and how you look because of the stupid word and the image that it always shows you in magazines or just like Instagram, because you always see those models that look so pretty and you really want to be them, but then you say bad words inside your head, but then they are technically your sisters because they are women like you, and you can't just say that because you're feeling jealous and they're prettier. So that's why a lot of people don't connect with Instagram, Snapchat, or all the other social media platforms, because of the way they look or the way they feel or the way that society will take the image and think of how they look. And all the times that you want to be yourself, you just wear other stuff that isn't you, and then like people like you and you don't want them and you don't want to be like it, but you do because of the word society.
Yeah, Kathleen, I think it's really interesting what you said. Like, it's funny, y'all, because earlier we were watching like a YouTube tutorial on how to make space buns, and and then, I mean, at the same time, like, I had recently finished watching, or was in the process of finishing Brene's Brown Netflix special about, like, being vulnerable and all of that. And like I just shared with Kathleen, so there's this girl that was making the space buns, and like she was like pretty and stuff, like I really liked her makeup, but then there's like a voice inside my head also just talking crap about her, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is my sister. Women should support women, which is what I said to Kathleen. But yeah, I mean, I was just vulnerable with Kathleen as far as letting her know, like, hey, I like there's a voice in my head that's like saying all these mean things about this girl. Like, do you ever feel that way when, I guess you interact with people who you feel like are prettier than you? And that was like a nice moment for us. But yeah, y'all, this has been some real talk with Kathleen. If you want to, DM us any questions that you want advice on, or just like talk about a situation and get advice from an amazing 10-year-old. Like, I just realized that Kathleen's my best friend, and I like told that to her earlier today. Yeah, just like DM us and she'll give it to you straight, like very simple. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure y'all have seen those videos that went viral on YouTube about like 7-year-olds giving advice and stuff, just like very simple. Yeah, so take care, and I'll see you next episode. Bye. Just kidding. Kathleen is gonna leave her Instagram handle really quickly.
Okay, so y'all, my Instagram is KTWin6. No spaces, but the K is capital, and this is how you spell it. KATTYNGUYEN6. So y'all, bye.
And if you have any questions that you want Kathleen to answer in the next episode, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Kelly the Aries, 2 E's in the. Or feel free to just email me at Nguyen, NGUYEN, period M, like my, period Kelly, KELLY, at gmail.com.